Welcome back, guys. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, for the sake of those who might be watching us just passing by, I'm Comfort Comfort. So today I want us to discuss a very exciting topic. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes my mind works more when Ash is away. So, guys, share. I would like you to share this because I will actually invite you to join me in this discussion. I'm in here by myself, but we are together. So let's discuss this. Like I'm trying to say, most of the times my brain works more when Ash is away, when Ash is silent, because I need to go back, watch things that he says, go back to some of his quotes, go back to some of his webinars, and just watch again and try to reason out. So today I was trying for us to discuss the topic, which says creating a global village and, of course, uniting 5.5 billion people. I think this being the number of people on internet. So there is so much involved, and I would just like us to try to together to look at a few things that Ash does say when he joins us live. So when he is here, he gives a lot of information, education, inspiration. Sometimes we miss out because if he comes today and comes next week, and then we just go with the trend, forget that the other things he said were also important. So, like the last time he was here, he was like, almost in his words, he says, "I'm feeling hopeful for the first time in a long journey of observing the internet and digital field development." So when we know who Ash is, let me know first because I'm not sure. Sometimes my microphone doesn't behave well. Can you hear me, guys? Just kindly let me know. Give me a thumbs up or say yes. Say something. Let me know before I go ahead. Yeah. So, guys, I just need to be sure that you can hear me so that I should not be talking to myself. Hopefully so. So, guys, yes, all right, I really trust that you can hear me. So I really want to go ahead because this is really important, and I will repeat this again. Last time Ash came out, and one of the things he said was that for the first time he is feeling hopeful in that Ash has been here, like I think digital marketing or online presence is his thing. I'm sure if I'm not making a mistake, I think his entire career has been online. And so he knows a lot of stuff. He has seen things and so on and all of those. And that's why he came this far to do whatever he is doing with us now. He has seen things. He has seen many, many things, especially that make his stomach churn. He's like, all right, what do I do? So he stands up, faces the bull by its horns to create or find a solution. So, guys, let's just discuss this. Drop a comment. And so, what does he mean? For example, when I says there's a need to return to the original human element in everything we do. Because, like I say, he has seen a lot. He has seen bad things happen. He has watched people sweat and struggle and put in effort and put in money and watch every effort and money and time and everything go down the drain. So this statement, when he says the need to return to original human element, what does he mean? I think he's trying to emphasize on the ethical approach to technology. Why? Because he's advocating for you and myself. He is being user-centered, everything that he is doing. If you know Ash by now, since 2018, depending when you joined and how engaged you have been, you would believe and you would agree with me that his mission is advocating for you and myself, creating that business that is human or user-centered, because it's always been otherwise. That's why people have come with frustrations, with failures, and all of those things. So when he talks about the concept of humanizing technology, this suggests that he's making technology more relatable, making it more intuitive, and of course, to align with human values. We all know value is a word that Mr. Mufara hits on like every minute of his life. So Ash would rather sell value to people. He sells solutions. He doesn't bring money and say, I am creating money for you. I'll come and join my business because you make money. He presents value because people have heard about money. They have tried, but nothing has happened. They have not gotten the money. But then when people think that there is value, there is a solution to this particular problem that I am facing, you come after that solution and you experience it. Say, oh, this is different. My problem is finally solved. What happens? Money follows. So Ash's thing is about making it relatable to you and myself, making it intuitive. Guys, I apologize about the noise. There are big children here around. So, so it's a kind of, it also implies that technology, designing technology that serves people's genuine needs. Because somebody comes online, one, because they want to create a business and make money and make a living. Of course, why not? Others come because they already have businesses they want to improve on. Others come because they want to have education or do anything at all. There's so much that people come online to do. But what do they meet? They meet failure, they meet all of those things, they meet even difficulty, because even some of the times these platforms are built in such a way that are complicated and people don't get it. And so what happens? Ash is here to support well-being, to foster connection, empathy, and transparency. I don't want to go explaining this word by word because we all understand. Because if it's well-being, we've seen everybody cares about each other. I remember somebody who came and had a chat with me here last time. He says other businesses he has seen online, people fight against each other. But in this business, what happens? We actually fight for each other. We care about each other. We support each other. We care about the well-being of each other. That is different. That is what Mr. Mufara is doing. So when like sometimes when he withdraws, even though he's withdrawing to do stuff for us, but then he gives us room to go back and reflect before he comes again and drops another nugget. We would have digested the other information. If he fosters connection, we know how much connectivity or connections that we have across the world. I'm not afraid. If I wake up one morning, I want to go to India, I will just be going because I have somebody that I can call a brother, I can call a sister, I can trust. You have empathy. People feel for each other. People placing themselves in other people's shoes and feel for them and embrace them, accept them the way they are. So many people withdraw in life. They just find themselves in their seclusion because they are not being accepted by society. But this platform is that one which embraces everybody. Like I would say sometimes that Ash his arms are so long that he spreads them so wide and embrace as many people as you and myself we know. So guys, I'm really counting on your support to hear what you also think, and because this is just very, very important to me. And if we don't look at this, Ash will come again. The moment Ash comes and drops another bombshell, you're like, oh, any other thing is obsolete. But no, it's not. It's not, because you've not digested it. And because what he's doing is he comes and gives us information in bits, and he comes back and layers it, top it up and top up and top up, so that we take it in bits, take them down, level them up, and then get well equipped for this whole mission, this life-changing mission. That's why I'm trying to have this look at this, guys. So if you find this important, maybe get somebody here to join us and share their perspective. Let me also know what you think. So one of the things that Ash is talking about, or that is all over the place about, let me say, use it that expression. He talks about avoiding data domination. We know these terms, even if we cannot explain, but domination is not something very positive. Data and domination, that's what has been going together. But those are things that are supposed to be antagonistic, but they go together because that's why what the normal human being has been doing, the business people, especially from the digital landscape, that's what has been happening, because the common industry trend, what has it been? That of using your data, using my data, using our data to control the markets, to manipulate users, you and myself. You go and join something, they tell you one thing, you come, you see the other one, you don't even understand because it's very complicated. There's something you pick up interest in, you go get a book. I thought that I was the only one who has this problem. You say, this thing sounds good, I just want to get a book, read and understand it, learn it. But then more you buy even a book, it makes it even more complicated. You go online trying to learn something new, they make it very, very complicated. But Ash is just all about making it the way that his mother-in-law can use it. And of course, making it the way that my aunt down the village who weaves baskets can use it. That is what he is doing. That's what other people have been doing the other thing, but then he turns it all around. So he tries to do what? To promote a responsible approach to data, where data now serves as a tool for empowerment rather than exploitation. We all know these things. I remember when we had the opportunity to, when we had the chance to share this opportunity and bring our family and friends in. I have one of my good friends, he totally refused, because when I mentioned technology, he said, all you are here to do is gather data to go and sell. So I'm not looking at it, because that's the experience. You can't blame them, because that's what they have known the whole time. But not until you stop by. I'm saying this especially people who are passing by. Don't just ignore, because if you ignore based on the experience that you had the last time, you will be stuck where you are. Because I've listened to a few people, is it Les Brown? He says you have to fail your way to success. Fail your way to success, which means that what? If you failed the last time, some other person comes and people are talking about it, so just have a look again. Say, anyway, that one is gone. That's water under the bridge. I still need to move on. And you cannot move on by standing, because moving on is going forward, searching until you find, So that is how this thing, that's how I'm trying to look at it. So when Ash says, for Ash is all about ethical use over monopolistic control. Because when people take monopoly, there's a couple of months ago, about 2 months ago, I read an article where one of the big giants out there, what they were being dragged to court, and they were charged billions of pounds or dollars. Why? Because they took monopoly over the market, which is unethical. But then when you listen to Ash, his business here is not to come and hog everything. He has the capability to do that. He has the capacity. But he says, no, ethically, it's not correct. I need to take just a bit. If we have just a fraction of the market share, we will have, we will be fine. So all of these things, this is what when I heard him say this, what came to mind was his correction to the corruption, because people are so corrupt that corruption has become the normal. So that when you come doing all of these things that Ash is doing, and he says we should go back to the original humanization, you are rather being abnormal. You're not correct. Going back to do the right thing, being ethical, being a man of integrity and all of those things, trust and honesty and transparency. It doesn't work like that. You have to manipulate the weaker person, the vulnerable person who doesn't understand what you are doing. You have to step on the weaker person's shoulder to get to the top and leave them wherever they are, right at the bottom. That's not Ash. And so if we don't take time to reflect, listen again, quote some of the things, look at his quotes, and even ask ourselves questions, you will not get it that deep. Because sometimes when he comes and drops it and leaves, and then you also leave, you just say, well, he was out there today, but not until we come back to it. So that's what I'm just trying to do. So we are talking here about what an open, diverse digital ecosystem where data is shared, where data is shared and used equitably. Respect there's dignity, they respect your data, they protect it for you. So everything Ash is doing for you, he's doing for me. He's not doing for himself. That's why he says the world will know your name, the world will know my name. He doesn't care about himself. He's just doing it for us. So with time, I'm beginning to understand, even when Colin says Ash is replicating himself, that is how they are going to know us, because he creates the formula. He goes through all of these things he's going through and finally gets the X factor and just delivers it to you and myself. And with the snip of the finger, we take it and just run away with it. And so people know you here and there. People know myself here and there, after somebody has done the groundwork and gone through thick and thin. So guys, I think that when we go back and appreciate this, then we get even more ready, because we believe that Ash is getting even more ready, especially given that we've gone through a lot and he has learned so much. So guys, I just hope that let me see what you're saying. And something, I find it difficult to multitask, so I'm not able to put up comments. So, but let's just discuss. And I really like to hear your take about this, so that we know that we see my sister is here. Hey sis, greetings everyone. I'm not able to share because if I'm talking, I'm talking. If I'm controlling, I'm controlling. All right. So, well, thank you guys. Of course, let's share this. Let's share this. Let's share this. Let's reflect over all of these things. Then, when you reflect over it, when you think over it, then you get it better. That's when sometimes I'm not. After a couple of weeks, though, I'm like, oh yeah, this means just more than what he sits there 1 minute and says and goes away. So we just have to keep on doing that, and then getting ready while he does his thing, So one of the things that Ash has passion about, he's so passionate about user empowerment and flexibility, and his ultimate goal is that of liberating you and myself, giving us more control. We have control over everything we are doing. So all we have to do, when you have control, when the CEO, he guarantees you protection, security, your data is safe, you are in charge of your own thing, of your own business, of your own ecosystem, or your own slot, your own niche that you've created, and his job is just to make it public for you so that you can get what you want to get. This builds trust. It builds trust in the CEO, it builds trust in the system, it builds trust in the process, it builds trust in the company. And that is how we know that our business will always be forever successful, because everything is going well. He's transparent, he has integrity, he has empathy, he feels for people because he has struggled, he has gone through a lot, he has watched people struggle, he knows what people go through, he places himself in their shoes and says, no, it's painful, so we can do otherwise, we can do better. He stands up to do it. So that is something really worth appreciating. And of course, he advocates for flexible and adaptable system that would prioritize my choice, your choice, our privacy. I think we cannot ever emphasize on this, because these are the things that just drive people crazy. Some people, if you have the nerves, like in the days we were encouraging people to join you, try to explain a few more things. Nowadays, I don't explain anymore. Maybe they'll come at our stand explaining again if I just want to help someone. But then if you sit down and listen, you will see that, yeah, it's just worth it. It's worth the wait. It's worth the try. It's worth every effort. It's worth the appreciation. It's worth our support and our time. It's worth just carrying on with him. It's worth sitting down and learning, listening to him. Because when you listen the first time, it goes, you listen again. Each time you listen, you get one new thing. So when you're listening to him, it's just like reading the Bible. There's sometimes you read one verse 10 times and you find something new in that one single verse 10 times. I'm talking to those of us who do the Bible. I'm not about to preach, So I think, Ash, everything he is doing is just worth it. It's worth it. And it's worth the wait, the patience. It's just a privilege anyway for us to be able to wait for this, because when we hear stories of how other people did whatever they did, you're like, oh yeah, it's worth it, because I'm so privileged to know how everything started from inception, going through ups and downs, hills and valleys, and all of those things. And of course, when it's time to celebrate, we will celebrate, we'll sing from mountaintops. Everybody will definitely hear us. So, guys, I think that this course, it's worth the fight. So we need to fight for it till we get there. Fighting in our, fortunately for you and myself, our own part of the fight, we don't have to go put hands on deck, support or help in any way in building technology or software development, because we can't. Those who are doing the job, they're happy to do it. So let's be happy to wait. Let's learn. Let's reflect on what Ash is saying and make more sense, make more meaning every day, and fill up our knowledge sack, because it gets us really prepared. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot pour from an empty cup. That's what I hear successful people do or say, which means they're always studying. They're always studying either by reading or by watching or by listening, just doing something or learning something new, learning a skill. That's how we do it to get ready. From my own perspective, I'm not being prescriptive, but I'm just sharing how I feel or what happens when I go back to watch Ash's stuff. So, guys, I appreciate you all for joining. And I think that we should just keep on keeping on, because things are just going the right direction. Things are going in the right direction. A couple of days I was listening to this guy, I think Tyler Perry. I'm not trying to do politics. I'm just saying one thing he said, which I identified with. He said, poverty can be very expensive. I've been there. It's good. Sometimes it's good to be hard, to go through hardship, because when you go through that, and especially you wait again in anticipation, the moment Ash lands and says, here you go, I'm done, take it and run away with it. You will be running away to the direction of another person who is in a hardship. So sometimes the experiences we go through, they are not accidental, they are rather on purpose because they prepare us and they empower us for the future. Ash is doing it for us. Our part is just to do our part, a tiny bit of getting ready. I think that's just it. So let me try to look at comments now because I'm not able to look at comments and talk at the same time. Welcome, Jean. Fighting for freedom by standing beside those who are building yes, yes, yes. Of course, we should stand by them. Appreciate them. There are no two ways of doing this. Yes, yes. So that is all we need to do, and let's keep on keeping on. I'm just trying to let me just give a few shout outs. I'm really bad at this, guys. I need to learn how to do this, especially when I come here by myself. I should say a few. Hello, Ashok Kumar. Thank you. You're always there, always writing. Hi, I'm Kelly. Sean, thank you for joining. Nilu Kamukumari. Hi, Maxi Smith. Welcome. Hi, my brother Roy Davis. How are you doing? Big brother Alan G from South Africa, Sandra D. Moore. Thank you all guys for joining and supporting. Prasenjit. En passing French, Martien, voyager avec nous. Bonsoir, mon sœur. So, Siki Rola, hi, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thanks for all the support. Let's keep this going, guys. Let's just keep this fire burning. If you are still joining, because some people follow up, they still don't get it. If you don't get it, why people are excited, keep digging. Ask reasonable questions and you get reasonable answers. Watch Ash, watch him over and over again. The best way to understand, but from especially me, is go back, watch Ash. When you watch, you take down a few notes. See, he said this particular thing. What does that really mean? We have a lot of beautiful people out there that are just happy to break it down to you to the layman's level, like for myself, so that even me I can understand. So let's just do that and then get ready because the future is bright and it's big. There's so much waiting, and of course, fields are wide, harvests are waiting. We are going to be great harvesters. Thank you, guys. Love you all, and see you again soon. Bye.